Sports Clash. Chris, what's up, dude?
Not a man. What's going on with you?
Oh, just enjoying some Sunday night football. My Jets are down 10-0. 7-minute mark in the first, but they're finally giving Brees Hall the ball and then moving the ball. Look at that! Wow, what a surprise! But
It's
our
incredible.
supposed Super Bowl contending defense. I know it's the Chiefs, but I mean, you got to make some plays here. I know our offense is no good, but it's just consistently okay, they can slow you down, but then they get beat for big plays, and then they haven't had turnovers, game changing turnovers since week 1 against Buffalo, the only game that they won. So I'm going to be on edge most of the game unless it just becomes a complete blowout very soon, and then I'll just go numb. So that's
Nice.
how I'm
This is what our viewers want: a podcast with added anxiety from the host watching his own team. Definitely.
exactly.
I
Who
th-
wouldn't
I
want
think
that?
the defense is just probably a little starstruck, man. Tay
Yeah,
Tay.
yeah, Tay Tay. Forget about Tay Tay. Ryan Reynolds is there. Wolverine's there. I mean, they got Celebrity Row over there.
Wolverine's there. You mean Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Some would say the greatest showman, but you can go with Wolverine. That's cool too.
Great, great movie. Great movie. But
Mhm.
Hugh Jackman, man of many talents. Way more talented than okay, I'm not gonna go after the Swifties, so not gonna get into that. But all right,
Yeah.
shoot, a third and
We'll have a
one
bunch of
here.
negative comments coming soon.
Yeah, I don't want to go after them. Taylor Swift's a
I
lovely
love her.
girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's great. She's very good. She's talented. It's
Mhm.
sometimes it's enough's enough, but what are you gonna do? But
I could
the
never get enough.
the focus is on football. The Jets don't know how to play it, but other teams do. And we made our picks today, and I had a much better Sunday than I did last week.
Yeah, there you are.
So feeling good about that. We each shared one pick. I think we could start with that game because it was a big game in the AFC East. If you're ready to jump right in,
Yeah, by all means.
so our pick was Dolphins +3. Unfortunately, that was an L for the both of us because it was Bills 48,
Was.
Dolphins 20. The Dolphins, after kicking the shit out of the Broncos last week, we're in a blowout on the other end this week, and the Bills are looking back. I don't know. It's a week to week thing. I, I think these two teams are going to keep battling it out at the top of the AFC East. Unfortunately, as much as I hate them both, but these are. I think this is the class of the division. Thankfully, the Patriots are ass. My Jets are garbage. Um, they don't have a quarterback, but anyway,
It's got to make you feel good though that you guys beat the Bills, right? Like it's got to make you feel a little better. Like
well, yeah, yeah. We we beat the Bills, who beat the Dolphins, so we are, you know,
the
top
de
of
facto beat
top
the
of
Dolphins. You guys are the champions of everything.
ipso facto, switcho de facto. We are the best. So,
Yeah, I
but
don't, dude. This is I'm a little pissed because it's always when like all signs point to you should bet this game this way. I like to zag when people zig, but the smart money moved these lines pretty quickly and pretty severely in the Bills' favors to the point where when I took it, it was Dolphins +3. I think he did the same. So, like, team scores 70 points, you want to spot them 3 points? Sure, I'll take that all day. But shame on us for not realizing that maybe there's a scoring hangover. Maybe the Bills' defense is legit. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, somebody needs to put Tyreek Hill in his place. So I'm glad it happened. Sad that it happened on my wallet, but
yeah,
whatever. You
it's
saw the
okay.
same thing I did, so I can't get too upset about it.
Yeah, no, I think a little bit before kickoff, I think DraftKings sent out a message that it was like Dolphins, maybe even Dolphins money line was one of the most placed bets on Sunday morning. So, once I got that too, I was like, oh shit, should I switch?
Right,
But
dude.
yeah,
I
it's
hear you. Dude, I go through the same exact thing. I'm like, what is this? What does the book know that I don't know? And like, that's when I'm like, my college football knowledge comes out on Saturdays. When it comes to the NFL, they're smarter than me, and they're smarter than a majority of people in America, and they've got this down to a little bit of a science, you could say. So I'm just like, I was beat on that one. Seemed obvious to me that the higher scoring team, you want to spot them points, totally fine with me. I'm gonna believe in Mike McDaniel still.
Yes, I
And
do,
believe in
100%.
speed still,
Yes.
but Bills played a hell of a game. They controlled the tempo, which is definitely what you are going to need to do to beat the Dolphins here going forward.
Yeah, Miami couldn't get anything going on the ground. I mean, well, I can't say that because Achane had 101 yards on 8
Right.
carries and 2
Yeah.
touchdowns. But sorry, I think it's Achane officially. He came out and
I
said it's
don't care. It's A
pronounced
chain to me.
Achane.
A
I
chain.
know.
Let's go. Like I
Achane
don't
down.
know.
I mean, that's so much
Yeah.
cooler than Achane. But
Exactly. I'm riding the
respect
A train with my
respectfully
A
for
chain.
Devon, I'll try to remember Achane.
Devin.
Um, Devin or Devon, I don't know. There's an apostrophe there.
Devin Ashani.
I gotta check with him.
Yeah.
A good job overall by the Bills defense, and their offense was unstoppable. I mean, Josh Allen didn't make mistakes, and when he doesn't make stupid mistakes and isn't running around everywhere, oh my god, why
Trying to
is he
hurdle
wide
everybody.
open? This is gonna be a problem. I can't. I might have to turn this off. Isaiah Pacheco, just
Oh.
nobody even in his area code.
No, you know what the best is? I'm, Sling TV, little delayed here. So you say that, I turn around, I get to watch the whole thing and just relive it twice. It's the best.
Great, I'm so happy for you. Not on. But yeah,
Yeah, you might need to turn it off.
so the Bills and the Dolphins are now both 3-1. Uh, again, I think this is the class of the division, and
Right. I think these are the two best teams in the division. The two best teams in the conference.
yeah, yeah, I don't think that's unfair to say. They've looked very good. They've obviously, I mean, the Bills lost that game to the Jets, which had a lot of anomalies. Allen was not playing well. Um, when you throw 3 picks to the Jets who don't get any turnovers, obviously you're struggling there. But he's
I like
bounced
the
back.
guy that gets a little too excited. Like
Yes,
big
yes.
games, like the dude gets
He
like
does a little. He gets a little nuts. He starts going
yeah.
crazy.
You
Just
get the ill-advised hurdle where he's taking a nut shot. You get the double coverage,
yeah,
threatened double coverage interception that you need to take advantage of. I love Allen, but he gets excited for these big games
yeah,
sometimes, and you can
yeah,
tell.
yeah. Sometimes like Chris Carey playing Madden, just didn't see that
Right, button
linebacker. Just
mash.
boom, boom, boom.
Just,
Exactly,
oh,
exactly.
joysticks.
Yeah,
Why do you ever point the joysticks opposite? I don't know, but in the moment,
that
my
might. You never know. That could be a new feature.
exactly, he might just rip the line up. I don't
He's
know. Who
always got to
knows?
try something. But
This
yeah,
dude, I you can hear when you're playing me too in the background. Like the
I
mic is
can
like
hear the sticks and the yeah, yeah. That's when I.
frustration.
That's when I know I got you. When I start hearing the controller, that's when
Yeah,
I
I
know
know.
I'm in
That's
control.
what that's what that's when you just call a screen pass and you're scoring. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Continuing with our picks. Oh, Ravens
Wait,
28.
where's Tay? Oh no, wait, that's not Kelsey.
That's
Never
not
mind.
even Kelsey.
I'm watching for Taylor Swift,
Who
dude.
is that dude? What's his name again? That backup tight end?
That's 83.
Yeah.
That's 83.
I don't know. I'm watching it on mute.
Yeah. That's that's a guy. He's just a fill. He's a free guy. He's a filler
Just
guy.
another guy, as
He's
we
just
like to
he's
say.
just a reg. Part of the
Preview of
Gen
our
Pop.
new segment. Just a guy. Love it. Love
We need a better name than that.
it. No, no, we got names. Come on.
I'm just a
But
guy. I don't know where I
but
was going with that.
moving down the list. One of my other picks, I had the Dolphins one was a bust, but I hit on my other 2 picks. One of those was Ravens -1.5. That hit easily. Ravens
Rave
28,
dogs.
Browns 3. The Ravens, I've said it. I've been saying it every week. I'm a big believer in the Ravens. The Browns look good the last couple games, so I think it scared people off. But with Deshaun Watson out, uh,
Right.
that I'm surprised that I heard the news and I saw the line was still Ravens -1.5. And I was like, this seems
Yeah.
like it's not moving enough, but I'm gonna go ahead and put money on it, and it worked out nicely.
And it worked out nicely. That's the opposite end of the coin from the Dolphins one where you're like, "Well, this looks too good to be true, huh?"
And
Let's
it
see, it
was.
actually worked out this time.
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, and this was the other side of the coin where it wasn't too good to be true.
50-50. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'm glad that you won some money. I'm glad that your wallet's a little you're sitting up a little higher on that wallet, I
in the
see. There
green
we go.
today. So we
Yeah,
like
you
that.
were yeah. Yeah, I had a week like you did last week this week, but this was definitely a good game. I like an idiot left Deshaun in one of my
Oh
fantasy lineups
no!
like an idiot. He's my
Wow.
quarterback anyway, which is stupid, but
Wow.
Didn't really help. I don't know why the line didn't move or whatever. Dorian Thompson Robinson not striking fear into the hearts of anybody who's not played UCLA in the last couple of years. He's not doing too much. You got a backup quarterback, a backup running back, and that's what you got. That's
Yeah.
what you're doing against Lamar. It's not too cool.
No.
Flip side, Lamar helped my other fantasy team to a sneaky win. So 1-1 on the fantasy
MVP
slate
baby.
this week. But yeah, Lamar looked great. Um, I like him and Andrew's connection. I haven't watched a lot of them live, but got to see this one.
I
Lamar
try
gets
to
hit.
watch them as
Andrews
much as I can.
Andrews hitting the other guy for him, standing up for his quarterback, grabbing a touchdown in the back corner. I'm a fan of obviously the Baltimore Orioles. Never really been a big fan of the Ravens, but I like them this year. I think that they're going to be
Yeah.
in it till the end, and I think they're going to be fun to watch. I'm still on the Browns train. I still have them in the playoffs, but
Yeah, and I mean, look,
you know,
you kind of
you got
feel
to
for
win
the
these
Browns.
games.
You kind of feel for the Browns. They're at 2-2 now, and I mean, they lost Chubb for the year. That was eventually going to hurt you, and it did this
What the
week.
hell was Deshaun out with anyway?
I actually don't know. I didn't
What
look
do
into
you
it.
have to stub his toe?
I don't know. It kind of came out of nowhere. At least I thought, unless I missed some news.
Hopefully,
Um,
it's not a deep tissue injury.
yeah, that would. We don't need Deshaun to be getting any
No, keep him
massages
away from
anytime soon.
tables.
Shoulder injury. Okay, shoulder injury. Not
Yeah,
right shoulder. So not what you want.
yeah, because he's got to do too much manual labor himself.
Oh God.
You're right. No, I honestly, this was a great game to bet on. This was smart when you put this one down. I was like, I like it, but I was defending the Browns a little too much.
Yeah,
Ravens win easily. Ravens look pretty good.
yeah. The Browns didn't draw it up with Dorian Thompson Robinson, Pierre Strong Jr., Jerome Ford leading their offense. That's
No.
they just didn't. But Ravens, Lamar threw for two, ran for two. That's my MVP pick. Love it. Love it. So that was a nice win. My other pick that won was the over in Broncos Bears. So I call me Richie Overs over here. The
Richie
over
Overs.
the over was 46.5, and it hit relatively easily.
How did you
Final
know that's what
score.
they call you?
I've heard it. I've heard rumblings. The final score: Broncos 31, Bears 28.
Mm.
Uh, Not only did it hit the over, but wow, the Bears up 28-7 in this game, and just completely fell on their ass and let one of the worst teams in the league thus far this year, who look to be headed straight for 0-4, and maybe the first pick in the draft. But they come all the way back. Uh, Russ let it ride, and the Broncos came back and won.
Yeah, this was brutal to watch too. This was an implosion after probably the best first half of quarterbacking you will ever see.
Mhm.
Justin Fields was like, I think he
He looked unbelievable.
missed one pass, which was a bomb down the field. It was a prayer of a shot, but outside of
Mhm.
that, perfect. With I believe it was 3 touchdowns in the first half, which is insane.
Yes.
Um, and then the second half happened because you got to play 2 halves of football, and the Broncos just came back and you know the Bears head coach, what's his name? Eberflus?
Yes.
Eberflus? Yeah,
He's in trouble.
he's not walking away from this looking too good. He didn't go for it, or sorry, did go for it on fourth down rather than kick a field goal, which put them in a tie situation, which then, obviously changes the game script. It's just after the things that Fields said a couple weeks ago too, that guy's butt's got to be on fire because his seat is hot, and he did not walk away from this game looking too
No.
good because that was an implosion.
Say, I mean, I think obviously Peyton's safer. He's not gonna get fired. I don't think mid-season. You don't bring a guy like that in and get rid of him mid-season.
No, no,
But
Peyton's going to be there for a couple years at the
yeah,
very least.
yeah. But
He'll
Eberflus
outlive
is
Russell there.
God, Eberflus is definitely in trouble. Also, did you hear this with Chase Claypool? He was
What the
apparently
hell?
told not to
Stay
have the
home.
team stay home, and then Eberflus said it was his choice, and then the Bears had to clarify that it wasn't, and he was told to stay home. So that's a bad look on, and that is already on top of a long list of just weird, bad things that have happened to the Bears this year. It is
Yeah,
not a good
2 weeks
year.
ago, somebody stole their lawnmowers.
Yeah, they're getting equipment stolen. The defensive coordinator resigned. There was rumors of the FBI raiding his home. Like, what is going on in Chicago?
No, dude, it's one of the biggest markets, and Goodell can't be too happy with it. It's got to be like one of it's one of the worst situations team ever in such a huge fan base who wants to win, and you got all the talent in the world on the team now. You have a really fucking talented team, but you're over there watching David Montgomery score 3 touchdowns for the Lions instead, and you're wondering what the hell we're doing with this guy Eberflus, and the whole team is just kind of, I don't know, dude. I uh, I'm sitting there today. I'm like, I like the Bears. I could be a
Well, it was.
Bears
I mean,
fan.
there was a lot to like in
First
the
half,
first half. It was fun.
you're great. I love Justin Fields. Oh, Ohio State. I'm like
Yeah.
totally be. And then the second half happened. I'm like, this is disgusting. This is terrible. It was bad football, man.
Yeah, I think that, and I think a lot of it is coaching because I mean, like you said, Justin Fields is fun to watch. People want to shut him this year, and he hasn't played great, but I mean,
No,
he showed what
no.
he showed what he's capable of today, at least in the first half. I
But
mean,
you
you
still
got
can't defend.
weapons there. You got DJ Moore. You got Khalil Herbert looks pretty good, but obviously they're missing Montgomery. I don't know. I
You
think a
can't
lot of it is
defend in
on
the
coaching.
second half, though. He goes out, they have a touchdown lead, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden he goes
yeah.
back to
The
throw. The ball
fumble.
just
Yeah,
flies out. He fumbles, pick six. They pick it up at the tie ball game. You
yeah.
can't defend Justin
No,
Fields in that situation,
no. You're right.
but you still can't. You can't even use that as an excuse to defend Eberflus either. It's hot garbage in Chicago right now.
It's a mess. That's for
0-4.
sure.
Tanking for
Oh, and
Caleb. Dude, Justin Fields on the Jets.
I don't know, man. I don't. Can they just terminate the Jets? It's
Oh,
the
I mean, yeah, I'd
just
love
get rid
to
of
see them
them.
get
Solve
relegated
them.
too.
Yeah, relegate them down to
Send
the
them to the
XFL,
minors. Make them a
like
hockey team.
the new XFL USFL merger. Put the Jets down there. Mm,
Honestly, dude, relegation in American football would be probably a very, very good thing.
yeah, zero chance it ever happens,
It'll never happen. No,
but
kidding
it could
me?
be fun. Could be fun.
Yeah, be great. It would be great. I mean, it would be great. But
Not
whatever.
gonna happen. So on to your picks after my 2-1 day.
What a loser! You're the loser picks. Let's
No,
start with my
well, you
win
didn't. You
though.
didn't. You start with your win. Vikings 21, Panthers 13. I really I actually got to go to a Warford game for the first time this season. At least for you watched the majority of the 1 o'clock games. I was up with family on Jamie's side.
You weren't watching Red
Uh,
Zone.
no, I had the games
Guess
on,
what
and
I was doing?
you watching Red Zone?
I was on the Red Zone.
Big Red Zone guy, Chris
Wow!
Carey. I love it.
What a flip!
Love it. But the bar
No,
experience was fun. I mean, just stuffing
it's
my face with food and tracking the games. And Vikings Panthers was on, but with all the scoring in Bills Dolphins and Broncos Bears, my eyes were not really on the TV as much for this game. But happy for the Vikings and Kirk Cousins to get that win. And the Panthers, do you need a new quarterback?
Yeah, Bryce Young doesn't look too good, man. You're looking like you made a mistake letting CJ Stroud go to Houston there in Carolina, but you don't have the same complement of weapons that you have in Houston with their receivers. Their receivers are like sneaky good, but also CJ likes to throw them open. Bryce likes to throw it to the other team. So yeah, it was a good game. The Vikings needed this one, and like for them to be celebrating this win is probably pretty improper because you just straight up needed this one.
Yeah.
Um, they look bad again in the first half. They don't look like a good team. Kirk Cousins, I love him. Doesn't look like a good quarterback right now. Justin Jefferson had a touchdown, which was nice to see, but outside of that, you got no running game. Madison sucks. You really you can't do much through the air if you can't do anything on the ground. So I picked the Vikings though because 4.5 seemed a little easy. Like against Carolina, like this is easy money. So obviously I was sweating it. Texted you in the first half. Was like, dude, I suck. Oh my god, everything. The world's the worst. But yeah, this one came about, and it was actually a good second half to see. Happy they won, and we'll see what happens from now with the Vikings. But they're a one-dimensional team.
Yeah, they absolutely are. I hope they lose some more and maybe the Jets can get Kirk Cousins. Although at this point, maybe just completely blow up the Jets, get rid
Yeah.
of everyone. I don't know. I'm not watching a Super Bowl caliber defense at all. I know it's the
Well,
Chiefs.
the silent tank is a good thing for the Jets. If you lose every freaking game and you get to pick a Drake May next year, a
It'll be a
solid
bust with the
pro
Jets.
style quarterback who can then sit behind Aaron Rodgers, and then you can release fucking Zach Wilson, and the fan base will go nuts.
It'll be
But
a
it could
bust.
be a big deal if you do get a top 10 pick this year, because
We'll screw it
you
up.
get the quarterback who's not 45 and dying and snappy tendons.
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough in the NFL. I mean, you look at the Panthers, you think with Bryce Young, and they were like, all right, let's go. And now you're 0-4, and you're not, he has not looked good. Like, it's one thing if they're losing, but he's looked good. He has looked bad.
Yeah.
And
Well, you're 5'10" to begin. All right, you don't look the part
that's
already.
why.
You
I mean,
come
that was the
in,
knock on him, you know.
yep, come in. You don't look the part, and you don't perform. It's it doesn't look good. It's very noticeable, even on TV.
Yes. Yes. And there's not really a lot of other weapons there. I mean, you're running Miles Sanders and Chuba Hubbard. I not a
Tuba
I think
pops.
Miles Sanders was when the Eagles got rid of him for a reason.
Yeah,
Um,
he's garbage.
yeah, they Adam Thielen, how old is he? 30, 39, 40, 78.
I'll defend Adam
He's
Thielen. I love Adam Thielen. I think he's still damn good.
he's probably their best player on offense right now. He had another nice
Maximum
game.
effort all the time. Like
Yeah,
him,
yeah, but just the
but
weapons
still.
aren't there. Carolina still has a lot of work to do, but they might have to worry about Bryce Young. Oh my God, you let him he dropped it. 4th down. There we
What?
go.
Those fourth down.
I don't even know why I'm watching this, man. 17
I don't
nothing.
know
What
why
is
you're
Zach
watching.
Wilson putting his helmet
It
on?
was
What's he
fourth
gonna
down.
do?
They
What are
were
you gonna
hold
do?
on. They were backed up in their own red zone, in their own end zone, and they go for it on fourth down. That's how much they respect you. That sucks.
No, they didn't go for it on 4th down. It was 3rd and long, and they almost completed it, but it looked like the ball dropped. But now, what are the officials talking about?
I don't know.
Jets
I
probably
don't know.
screwed something up.
It's definitely not a book club.
Let's ignore this.
All right, let's go to my other
On
loss
to
then.
Chris Carey losses.
Yeah.
Titans 27, Bengals 3. Dude, I can't blame you on this one. I mean, the Titans just were awful last year. They lost me one of my picks last week. I was staying
Yep.
away from them. I thought Joe Burrow and the Bengals were on the up. I thought it was a good pick.
Well,
Um,
Higgins ended up being out for majority of the game with an injury. Uh, Something's going on with Burrow. I don't know if his pockets are too heavy or whatnot, but like the dude can't move around.
yeah.
I mean, it's obviously the calf is affecting him. You got one playmaker in Jamar Chase when you don't have T Higgins, and you got T Higgins dropping 7 balls the other night as well. So you can't like. I mean, again, another one-dimensional offense, but Mixon, should be decent. I read all about the Titans'
He's
pass defense and how suspect it was, how terrible it was going into this game. And this is my take: is early in the season, figure out who you trust in terms of people who are analysts in terms of football, because you there's such a small sample size that I got fooled by this. And I know that the Titans play great defense, and I know that they're not a suspect pass defense. And I read it
they're
and I
not. Yeah.
believed it, and I went for it because the Bengals, they're a freaking Super Bowl team. It was two and a half,
Supposedly.
2.5 points, two and
Yeah.
a half points.
Yeah.
And the Titans haven't been using Derrick Henry the way that they use Derrick Henry. But go ahead, let's have Derrick Henry throw a passing touchdown when Chris picks it. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
22 carries, 122 yards. He was the workhorse finally
and he
today.
threw a fucking passing touchdown. Like, oh my god. Oh, I do want to say that overall, I believe I'm 6-3 on the season, and you're 7-4. All right. So while I'm talking about the losses, this was a logical.
We're both doing
This was
well.
a logical loss. So was the
We're helping the
Dolphins.
people
Like we are. We're the voice of the people.
That's all we need
America
to
needs us.
be. So the Bengals, I mean, are we worried?
I'm
We have
highly
to be.
concerned about the Bengals. I
They're
don't
one and
even
three.
know. They don't even look like a playoff team, man. And I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, Joe Burrow has no calves to begin with. How could they be injured? He literally is a stick figure. He
Two
looked
pick
like
legs. Yeah.
he skips leg day all the time, like
Yeah.
totally. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why the hell they suck. If it's an offensive line issue, if it's a defensive issue, or if it's just like schematic, I can't tell you. I thought Zach Taylor was a good coach. I thought Joe Burrow is worth every penny. Same thing
He
with
is.
Jamar Chase, but I can't. This is a puzzle I'm not going to be able to figure out.
It's weird. It's weird. And
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, 773. But after the game,
It's a good game.
yeah, it's a good game on 7 catches on 9 targets. He was that, but he had a choice quote at the end of the game. I forget. I didn't see what the question was, but he was the quote was, "I'm always open. I'm always fucking open." That's what he was straight up.
Let's go, dude. I
So I
love
mean,
that.
and
I
that's I
love
mean,
that.
that's your number one wide receiver. That's what receivers do. They can be divas, and you know what? Give them the ball. You got to give them the
Sure.
ball.
Well,
And
last week his family had come on and said like, "Hey, we got to, I think it was his dad or his older brother or something was like, "Oh, I just got to run through Jamar," like, and like,
mhm,
hey, listen, they targeted him like 19 times last game, or I think it was at least 16, like literally,
yeah,
at least 16 times last game, and then this game they shy away from it. Obviously, you had more success last game than you did this game. He's got a point there, so that's what it is. But I mean, the whole organization scored 3 points against a pretty plotting team in Tennessee. I think every common person would say that. It's you got
doesn't look
bested,
good.
man.
Yeah, where to come from and where do you go? I don't
Don't
know.
know.
You're not making any
I don't
drastic changes
know.
this year. Mid-season, nobody's going anywhere. But
I
if it
think the
keeps on
Bengals
this
will be
path,
fine. I think they'll be fine. I think.
when you say fine, do you think they will rebound enough to make the playoffs? Because I'm not sure
I mean,
anymore.
I think they'll be a wild card team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. And that might be just a testament to how shallow the AFC is at points, at least looking so far.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is I can't see any scenario where they just suck for the rest of the year and like don't come close to that at least. I
Well,
think
I can see the
they're a wild card
scenario.
team.
It's Burrow comes out and says, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm out for the year," or he just pops a calf, whatever.
I
It's
don't think he's the type of guy to get paid and then not try to play on an injury though. You
well,
know?
that's fair, but I mean, if he keeps playing like this, I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know
Who are
what
you
you're
gonna
doing.
go with? Andy
Nobody.
Dalton.
Your season's over. No, Dalton. Here's Dalton now. He's
Call up Marvin Lewis and Andy Dalton.
yeah. Why
Chad
not?
Kitna.
Yeah, yeah. Why not? Dalton's playing right.
Definitely.
Where did he play last week? He started last week. Did he start? Trying to think
Andy
now.
Dalton, yeah, he started for Carolina.
Carolina,
No.
right? Right. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, because
yes.
he was finding Adam Thielen a lot. That's right. But
Yeah,
he's been
finding Thielen.
all over the league the last couple of years. He just won't go away. Good for him.
You want to talk about the game that I actually picked this morning?
Yes, I do. Jaguars 23, Falcons 7. You picked it. To be fair, you sent me the
To be
picks last
fair,
night. You sent me the picks Saturday night,
because I'm always
which you
prepared.
usually don't do. Chris Carey being prepared really threw me for a loop.
No, it's
So
very weird. Yeah, these
was
were on a
not
napkin.
expecting that.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, so uh but yeah, I Giants, oh my god. Oh my god.
Should have been a touchdown.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah, no, I'm stuck with a lot of Garrett Wilson this year. Stuck with a lot of Garrett Wilson
Well,
this year. A lot of average Garrett Wilson.
he's
And he's
having a
not an
pretty
average
solid.
guy.
He's having a pretty solid game. He's making. They're clearly forcing it to the night. Oh, you got to
Anywho,
catch that. Conklin just dropped
back
a
to
touchdown
London.
pass.
Hip hip.
Come
The
on, man.
Jaguars played a
Yes,
home game
London,
again
Toy
in
Story.
London. Yeah. Did you watch you did. I
I
texted
did
you.
catch
I
some of
watched
the Toy
this.
Story game,
It
which
was
was fun.
incredible. It
Yeah,
was awesome.
I showed it to. I didn't get to watch it live with Dante, but I showed him clips later on, and he was loving it. So it's something that I hope the NFL does again. And I saw people online like, "This is a joke. Somebody's getting fired for this. What are they doing?" Show you clearly don't have kids. Tell me you don't have kids
Right.
without telling me you don't have kids. Like
Right,
it's
exactly. The
it's not for
cameos of the
you.
Toy
Don't
Story
watch it.
players.
You're
Yeah,
if
even
you're
the
an
announcers.
NFL announcer, if you're an analyst, a reporter, a guy, a 20-year-old who's gambling, you're not watching Toy Story. It's not for you. Just put on the regular broadcast. It's still there. It's not like they're trying to replace the regular broadcast with
Right.
Toy Story. That would be a problem, but they're not doing that. So
It
just
was
let it
kind of
be. It's
cool.
fun. Yeah.
It was kind of cool. I enjoyed it. The broadcast, the announcers were even talking about the rules of football. It was clearly for, you know, the dads with
Yes.
5-year-old
Yes.
daughters, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
it was, totally not for the average fan, but it was great. Aside from a couple of little bit of technical issues where the ball is driven into the ground by the player, and they're like complete, and they're like,
Yes.
wait, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
let me flip to the real game and see how that happens. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
interesting that they did this with the London game because while you're trying to promote overseas and the fan base is
Oh, there's
overseas,
something
you're
else.
taking away from that viewership as well. So it was weird that they did it. I enjoyed it though. I don't want to see it on every game, but like it was fun, and it was a better way to watch Travis Etienne have a good game, and Christian Kirk actually had a decent game against me in fantasy. But Trevor Lawrence looked in charge again. I mean, they own London. They are the London Jags,
They are.
and they walked. They walked. I mean, they know how to make this trip, and they know how to win these games. So
Yeah.
they do pretty
Yeah.
well. I think what 4-0 now in Wembley Stadium.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
Sounds right. Don't quote me on it, but it sounds right. But yeah,
don't
you're
quote me
right.
on
This is.
anything, man.
I mean, move the Jags to London. Why not? Texans 30, Steelers 6.
Let's go. CJ Stroud is for real.
CJ, that's the headline here. I mean, look, the Steelers stuff. Kenny Pickett left the game with an injury. Steelers are not looking like the Steelers of old, but the Texans, they have a quarterback, and I'm impressed. Did you expect this from Stroud?
Absolutely not. I
No.
hated CJ Stroud at Ohio State, but no other Ohio State quarterback works out in the NFL aside from the guy that I didn't like. But I didn't like him because I thought he held the ball too long, trying not to throw picks.
Yeah.
And hey, man, the guy just doesn't throw picks. Like it is what it is. So I'm a fan. He's using his wheels in the NFL. He's running a little bit. Like he's moving around. They're rolling him out. They're using him the right way. The guy can drop a ball in a bucket. And like I said, I think he walked into a decent receiver room, like, as opposed to Bryce Young. I think he actually has because Nico Collins is in my flex this week, and that was pretty awesome. 2 touchdowns, 120 something yards, whatever it was. Yeah, he's legit. Damian Pierce is looking decent as a running back, but they're
Pierce looked
spreading it out and
better.
they're running it like, or
Yeah,
as they're spreading out and they're running that offense. I mean, and I think Stroud is in command.
they needed to get Pierce going, I think, and he had a good game. I mean, 81 on 24 carries. They were definitely trying to get him going. 3.4 carry, not the best, but yeah, like you said, I mean, Nico Collins 7 catches, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's impressive. They have a solid tight end, Dalton Schultz. You have Bobby
Yep,
Trees there, Tank Dell.
Bobby
Everybody loves Tank.
Trees.
Everybody's been talking about Tank Dell the last couple weeks. Oh my God, Zach. Oh, overthrow. Garrett Wilson
Oh,
touchdown.
but he didn't throw it to a different team. That's good. This is
Yeah,
progress.
but I mean, the guy's wide open. Don't lead him that much.
But they
Come
took
on,
the
Zach. The
shot. They
dude is.
took the shot. That's what
Yes,
they
do
need
it
to do. Keep
more.
taking the shot. Exactly.
Do it more.
Exactly. Garrett's got to. I mean, you put it
No,
anywhere close to
that's
Garrett, he catches that.
anywhere close to that.
Oh,
Just
dude!
finish
If
it.
you love the game, you dive, sell out. Wow, it brings me back to the church parking lot, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Wait, hold on. Did I win? I haven't checked fantasy baseball.
You didn't check it?
No, I told you I
You
wasn't
had a.
gonna. I couldn't.
You weren't losing. Let's see. I'll look it up for you. We'll do a big reveal here. League
Please,
standings.
motherfucker, I was losing fucking half a point by half a point.
Chris Carey, Roto, lost 1.5 points this day. Finished with 96. That is one higher than the second place team who
Let's
finished with
go!
95 points. Chris
Let's
Carey is
go!
is the
Champion.
2023 auction league champion.
Champion. That's my home league. I hope you know that, buddy. Long
I
time ago
appreciate
when we
that.
were in college, you hit me up. You were like, yo, you want to do fantasy baseball? And I was like, hell yeah, this guy's crazy enough to love baseball as much as I do. I fucking love winning this league, and I am so pumped. Thank you, Ronald Acuna and Kyle Tucker. I do appreciate you guys locking down the outfield. And for the 2 people that dropped Cody Bellinger, I appreciate you as well. Yes. Woo.
Congratulations. Yes, this
I
league's been
purposely didn't
around.
look at it all day because I fucked up. I didn't start walking yesterday. I was like, this is the most Chris Carey thing to do. Count your chickens and then your eggs hatch or whatever the phrase is.
I think you got it.
Yeah, I think I did. I came in second in fucking Yahoo head to head as well. A little pissed off. I got outstreamed by a guy, but I had
Yeah.
one first place win and 2 second place wins here this year in baseball, which will pay for my football habits. So,
Yep. Our
woo,
our team that we co-managed clinched second.
shitty
Still
group of
close.
guys.
And it looks we won 2 categories, ERA and home runs. So
Yes,
that's $50 on top of what we already won. So that's a nice it's a
some
nice
zeros
thing
in
for
my
second
payday
place.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So happy
go.
about that. Not bad.
Big
Not bad.
deal.
Yeah, I was
BFG.
stressing out. I lost my other league that had the championship match last week of the season. It was a shit show.
So you
I
finished with 2 second places too?
Yes, 2 second place, but I didn't get a championship,
Well,
unfortunately.
not everybody can be as great as me, but thank you to you for being an incredible commissioner,
Hey, thanks,
the
man.
host with the most,
Do it
commissioner with
for you.
the missioner.
Yeah. Your winnings will arrive in 8 to 10 weeks. Let you know.
So,
Just gotta find where I put that in. No, I'm
so where did I put that old?
kidding.
Yeah,
So the Jets are looking like a football team. Let's go. But moving on, the rest of the slate. This is past our picks now, but this was a kind of a crazy game. Rams 29, Colts 23.
yeah.
Rams had a 23-0 lead. I'm watching it with my father-in-law was actually a Rams fan, and he's sitting pretty. And my
No
brother-in-law was a Bears
way.
fan. The Bears were sitting pretty
I
at
knew
that point
that.
too. We're at the bar, both teams are up like 3 touchdowns. Like, this is great, and
What true?
it almost got completely run down. The Bears blew it, but the Rams managed to win it in OT, and they get Cooper Cup back next week, and with him and Puka Nakua, that offense and Stafford's looking really good. They could be back.
The only thing I worry about is when you have two options like that, where you're just heavy feeding one guy. When you add in another guy who you're supposed to do the same thing with, how does that
Yes,
work out? We'll
it's
see.
yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
Because
Nakua
Nakua's
had a
been
great.
in that. Yeah, he's been in that Cooper Cup role. Now, when Cooper Cup comes back, does Cooper Cup go back into it? Do you merge it? Do you turn it into two separate roles? I I think they can make it work. I think that the coaching staff and Stafford there can make it work. They're talented enough. Um, I I I like seeing the Rams offense back because I enjoyed that run that they had a couple of years ago. That
I'm
win. I
just happy
mean,
the Cam Akers saga's over too, so that we can focus on the
yes,
passing game of the Rams.
yes,
But Nakua, I mean, great ball down the middle, deep towards the end of the game, caught that touchdown, iced out the win for him. I was watching and listening to the announcers last week about him, and it's his positioning, they say, that really goes and separates him from other receivers. The way they run routes, almost boxes out and catches the ball, and Stafford's able to put it where he knows that he'll catch it and the other guy won't. I mean, that's what Cup was always good at. So we'll see. Can you split this role into two? Is everybody happy then? Puka seems like the humble, super awesome guy. Same thing with Cooper Cup. So I think they'll be cool with sharing targets. But I think if I was Sean McVay, let's just air it out 60 times a
yeah.
game.
I mean,
Let's see what we got here. Why not?
yes, absolutely.
I don't hate Kyron Williams, but at the same time, like it just doesn't seem like Sean McVay really wants to have a running team.
No, he's
And
that's not
Stafford looks good.
unusual.
You're right. So
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. So I think they could be legit.
what was the final of that one?
29-23 because
Uh,
they don't when you score in
Six
overtime
points.
that touchdown they don't like kick the extra point, which is crucial
Don't
for
love that.
spreads. I know it should you should have the oh what a drop. Who was that? Michael Carter, get out. Uh Now I'm into this game again. God damn it, Jets.
Zach Wilson's escapability, his arm talent. He's
He's
got it
got it
between the
all.
ears
He's got
too.
it
He's
all.
got
The fans will
everything.
love him. Be a darling in
Yeah,
New York. Moving
exactly.
on. Bucks 26, Saints 9. Alvin Kamara comes back. Uh, Saints lose. Bucks looking good. They're looking good.
Dude, Baker is
Baker, man.
chefing it up, baby. Let's go. He is cooking some beignets in New Orleans today. Dude, it was nice. And I had Kamara come back. I've team suspended or whatever on in fantasy. I have Kamara come back today, and then all of a sudden they commute the sentence of Jamison Williams. I was fucking pumped about that too. I got him coming off the
Heard
bench.
about
Now I
that.
have a
Yeah.
complete team. I was hoping to just have 2 wins in that league going into week 6 even, and I've got 2 wins going into week 4 and going forward with him. But Kamara doesn't make a difference. Michael Thomas had a decent game too. Olave had a big drop deep.
They didn't
But
get him
it's
going at all today.
no, not at all. But I
One
think I
catch.
think it was more of a testament to the Buccaneers controlling the football than anything else. And from the what was it the Monday game that they played pretty recently too, the running back in the backfield, what's his name? Oh
The
shoot,
Saints?
no, the Bucs. I keep
Oh,
thinking Racy
Rashad,
Rice, but he's
Rashad
the
White. Rashad White.
Rashad White.
Yeah.
He looks decent, and the Bucks team looks decent. You plug and play a former first round pick, former Heisman hopeful Baker Mayfield. The guy's got all the talent in the world. He clearly can learn a playbook in six weeks. With his track record with play callers and whatnot, but he's making them look good. They've got all the talent. Mike Evans goes down with an injury, which is big though.
That's going to
So
be tough for them. They're 3-1
yeah,
now. 3-1 now,
yeah.
but they need a fully healthy unit. They need everything
You got
clicking for
two strikes
Baker for
against
his
you
name.
though. Todd Bowles is your head coach, and Mike Evans
Yes.
goes down. So I'm
Yeah.
staying away from him going forward.
Yeah. Moving on. Eagles 34. Chris Carrick's
No,
Commanders 31. I
no.
was rooting for the Commanders. I have their over season win total, so I'm rooting for them every game here. Oh no, he missed it. Oh Jesus Christ! You can't miss field goals against the Chiefs.
Oh no, he doinked it. He doinked it. He didn't just miss it. He doinked it.
Oh,
For some reason, a
running a
foul
leg.
pole in baseball sounds way better than an upright in football
I
as
hate it.
well.
I hate
No,
it all.
my general musings there.
That was
Sorry.
so big.
Hey, yeah, I mean, we were about to talk about my team.
I know.
It's
I'm sorry, man.
it's
I'm
only.
sorry. Eagles
So, how did your
34,
Commanders
Commanders
do? By the way,
31.
how did you enjoy that game?
I enjoyed it. They almost came back. I actually put a live money line on it. They were right in it. I didn't put a lot on. This was
Thank God.
very late. But yeah, Eagles are good.
I
Commanders
hate the
not that
Eagles so
bad.
fucking much.
Yeah,
That's all I'd say. I
that's
hate the
it.
Eagles so fucking much, dude. I just from looking back a few years ago, maybe about 10 years ago, when Deshaun Jackson returned a punt for a touchdown, scored a bomb for a touchdown, and we were losing on Monday night, I think it was, by like 40 fucking points against the Eagles. I fucking hate the Eagles. And as much as I respect and like Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith and AJ Brown individually, collectively as a group, fuck you guys. Seriously, fuck you guys. And you're going to get a play outlawed because you guys are dickheads.
No, they're not gonna
So
get outlawed.
it's
The
going to
play
get
should
outlawed.
stay.
They're not going to be able to push
Oh,
the quarterback going forward,
you can't.
guaranteed.
You have to
No,
figure out how to stop it.
it's going to happen. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. That's fine. But when somebody hacks the system, the NFL is going to adjust. Anywho,
But it's
regardless,
a system that isn't repeatable by other teams. You need Jalen Hurts as your quarterback to be that effective
Tom
on them.
Brady did it for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, for a long time, and nobody was complaining about it back then
Now
because of
people are
what? Because of
putting
how they
tight
lined
ends
up.
in to do it. Logan Thomas snuck a ball for the Commanders
Yeah.
there. It's going to get outlawed. But anywho, I
Oh,
digress. Sam Howell looked great. The enemy has
he did
us
look
in
good.
games, and
Yeah,
I give him all the credit in the world. Unfortunately, I'd love to give it to Ron Rivera, but this team was not explosive last year. This team is explosive this year, and they're giving teams like the Eagles a run for their money. I'm all for it. I texted you. I was like, "Hey, I kind of like the NFL today." When they were coming back, and
feels good when your
you know,
team's playing well, right?
yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
I know the feeling, man.
It's been most of my life, and yeah, you do know the feeling. You actually know the feeling more than most of shuffling out head coaches and quarterbacks and blaming everybody except the people at the top. And so yeah, you definitely get it. But it's a good game. Covered the spread, I believe. Right? It
Yes,
was
they did. I think it was eight and a
they did.
half or 9. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was
I
looking at
love.
that this morning. I was looking at it, and every part of me wanted, but then I was like, I already got the futures on them. Let's settle with
Right.
that.
Yeah, at some point you cut your losses. You're like, how in bed am I going to get with the Commanders, right?
Yeah, they weren't one of my
Um,
picks this week, but they were an option. I was thinking about it.
Robinson looked good for fantasy. McLaurin is just an incredible wide
There's
receiver.
talent there. There's talent there. Howell looked better this week. So
Yeah, Curtis
They'll be
Samuel
fine.
was, I
They'll
think,
be
a
right
top
there.
5 wide receiver this week too,
They'll be right
which
there.
is nice. Yeah, we're competing with the Eagles. I can't freaking believe it.
Yeah, yeah. Enjoy it. Speaking of competition, this was not a competition. Cowboys 38, Patriots 3. Yikes. Oof. Man, I would fire a head coach over a loss like that. That was rough. Rough to watch. Just an overall embarrassment.
It was good. That was really good. Yikes! Wow, fire on that coach, right? I heard something about Mac Jones being a guy that's gut punching people in the under
Yeah,
the pile too
punching
as
Sauce
well.
Gardner in the dick.
Yeah, not a good guy.
Well
Not a good
deserved ass
guy.
kicking today.
Yeah,
Very nice.
exactly. I like the Patriots and the way that they run their offense. I don't like them as people though, so I'm happy to see them lose. Hunter Henry, uh, not the best fantasy game for me as well, but is what it is. Cowboys win. Never excited about that, but they
No,
needed to bounce back after what they did against the Cardinals, which
no.
was
I
literally lame duck.
couldn't tell if it made me feel better or worse about the Jets because they got their ass kicked by the Cowboys too, but they just
I wish
lost
they
to the
could both
Patriots.
lose.
Yeah, yeah. It was one of those games. But I mean, for me, it's no contest. Enjoying watching the Patriots get their ass beat. It's very, very nice.
My rival too.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no. Sorry, the Cowboys are my rival too. But
yeah.
yeah, I wish they could have tied and both got losses.
Chargers 24, Raiders 17. Chargers really, really tried to charter this one up.
They
They
tried
were
to
so
charge her this
close.
one.
They were trying to give it to the Raiders, but the Raiders are incapable of picking up a fumble and doing anything with it. They take the loss. They are in trouble.
Big fat L. The Raiders are in big trouble. Your running back doesn't want to be there. Your wide receiver doesn't want to be there.
Your
Jimmy
coach is going to get
Garoppolo.
fired from his sixth head coach position.
Yeah,
How
dude,
does he
Josh
keep getting
McDaniels is
hired?
not. I Belichick, man. It's that whole fraternity thing. If you worked for Saban, you worked for Belichick, you worked for Andy Reid, you'll get hired anywhere. And Mike Shanahan. We'll throw in Mike
Yeah.
too because of McVay and Kyle. But no, it's just I don't get it. I really don't get it. He's terrible. I don't know why he's terrible. Other than Tom Brady made him look good for a long time.
That's
Uh,
what it comes down to.
yeah, outside of that, yeah, Vegas is a tough spot. Not even Aiden O'Connell from the cradle of quarterbacks at Purdue could come in and do anything to help you out there. So yeah, it's Raiders suck, and I could see Deion Sanders being their coach pretty soon.
Yeah, I'd love that. I mean, Deion's doing a great job.
Yeah,
Bring him up. But yeah, the Chargers just survive. They're frauds. They are
Justin
what
Herbert
I said that they are.
MVP.
Herbert threw over 167 yards today. Yeah, it's not
That's
an
brutal.
MVP
That's not the
performance.
405 he had last week.
No, it's not. And me losing Mike Williams hurts them. Quentin Johnson, they still didn't get going. Only
Yeah,
one
yeah.
catch.
It's like the first round pick. Like this dude just can't get going. I mean, he was a stud, an absolute stud. You just can't get him going. Palmer looked okay, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. When
Palmer's
it rains, it pours for the Chargers, man.
yeah. Palmer's one of those who's just kind of not not that dude. He's not. He's he's a number two, number three guy who keeps getting thrust into positions with injuries with Allen and Williams getting hurt all the time. And he doesn't look great. They targeted 8 times today, only connected three. And
Yeah, it's not that
they only
good.
targeted Quentin Johnston 3 times. I mean, maybe even
They
at that
weren't good
ratio a little bit.
targets either. They were all like. If you're saying that it was only 3 times, I saw him in 3 situations where there were contested balls,
Mm.
and that's what he's good at for sure. But like get him a little bit more involved, and you don't even have your starting running back. Like you should be hammering your receivers with opportunity.
Yeah. I Herbert's got to figure it out. He's got the weapons
Figured it
that
out.
he has now. Figured it out. Well, that does it for the Sunday games, aside from Jets Chiefs, which is now at the half, and it still has my
Do you
attention.
think? You think you
So
can go live
I
bet on the
was
Jets here?
no, no, I've got enough on the line here. I don't need to put any money on
All
this
right, man.
game. Maybe if the Chiefs spread, I could do the emotional hedge, but I don't know.
Travis Kelsey looks a little distracted. I'll just say that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Storyline.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But
BuzzFeed.
yes, that's it for Sunday. Thursday, we saw the Lions win 34-20 over the Packers. That was a statement game for the Lions. Uh, like I mentioned before, Jordan Love and the Packers got booed at home. That was a bad first half. They kind of made it a game. I mean, they didn't really ever, but they made it not a little bit less of a laugher for a moment. But then the Lions just kind of put them away. Couldn't stop David Montgomery, and the guy looks good. And Dan Campbell, man, he's a coach.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Green Bay deserved to get booed though. Love did not play well. AJ Dillon sucks. Like their
They
play
should get
calling
Aaron
didn't look
Jones.
good. Like I don't know. The Lions definitely won this game, but the Packers didn't really give them too much of a run for their money. So yeah, Lions just get stronger. They get Jamison Williams back, and um, David Montgomery looked kind of legit. So I think that the Lions were a sexy pick to start the year, and I think that they were a legit sexy pick. And I think they'll still challenge teams. I think they'll push. I think their defense is going to win some games for them too. They're going to be competitive
Yeah,
all year in
yeah,
every matchup that they have.
yes.
Go Detroit.
Go Lions. They'll be right there. And the
Yeah.
Packers are kind of probably like more of a middling 500 team. I don't think they're a playoff team yet. But
Yeah, I don't think so either. AJ Dillon suck. AJ Dillon suck.
yeah, they needed to keep Aaron
He's
Jones.
he's he's terrible.
They needed to keep Aaron Jones. Dylan does not look good. And then you got Monday Night Football, Seahawks, Giants. Spread is Seahawks by 2. The money lines for the Seahawks right now is around minus 135. Give me a pick on this one. What do you think?
Oh, I was gonna throw it at you first. I'm curious, man. I think this is a really good matchup. This will be a fun NFL game to watch. It could be my anti-New York, but I lean towards the Seahawks. Saquon's out, and you got Metcalf back for the Seahawks, healthy. You get Kenneth Walker, you getting Charbonnet a little bit more involved. Geno Smith looks efficient as fuck. Jamal Adams is back in the secondary for the Seahawks. Like everything to me points Seahawks. Um, but I don't know. I don't know because I don't know how to read the Giants and I don't know how to read Daniel Jones. Um,
Me neither.
I would
But
bet on the Seahawks though.
yeah, I'd lean Seahawks minus 2. I think they can over that.
Okay.
I think I like points in this game, but the over 47.5 kind of a bit
Yeah,
high.
that's too much for me.
I don't love that, but I do think it'll be around there. I do think the teams put up points because I mean their defenses have not really performed. Not the Seahawks and the Giants. It hasn't looked good.
This is
So
24-23 to 20 written all over me.
yes,
Written all
yeah,
over it.
right in that low 40 spot.
Yep.
But probably if my pick is Seahawks minus 2.
I'm just gonna go Kenneth Walker for a million touchdowns. That's
Million.
my pick.
Wow. Let's
Yeah.
start with a Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown. Go for that.
Yeah, two out of his 4 games, he's had 2 touchdowns. I might go for 2 touchdowns for Kenny Walks.
There it
Kenny
is.
walks all over the
Yes.
Giants.
Go for it. Why not?
Keep on walking, Kenny.
Well, while I keep stressing about my Jets, it's time for a new segment on the Sports Clash. We like to call Guy or Dude. Now, for some background, you got to have some context there. You watch a player, you kind of see, they're playing well, but are they just another guy, or are they that dude? We gotta find out. And there's a lot of guys out there, just a lot of guys that are just guys. But who is that dude on that team? Who is the man? There's a couple guys here I want to talk about that are going to be nominated for our first segment of Guy or Dude. We'll start with one, Devon Achane.
Ooh,
We'll each make our pick. I'll start. Is Devon Achane just a guy, or is he the dude? And I think he's the dude. I was high on him coming into the season, mostly just because what I heard and read about for fantasy research. I'm not a big college football guy, so I don't know too much about these guys coming out. But when I read and study about fantasy football, I know a running back is being talked about not as the top guy, but top guy, just a guy. They is he actually the man? Like, is he the dude there? And they have a lot of guys. Raheem Mostert, they have
Got
Raheem
a lot of
Mostert.
guys.
They got Jeff Wilson Jr. coming back. I think next week.
JWJ.
So
Hmm.
it could be tough. But Devon Achane, 304 yards and 4 touchdowns on 26 carries, plus 2 touchdowns and 7 catches through the air in 2 games. Those are numbers that guys don't put up. But
Mm. Yeah,
Achane
no,
has looked great.
he's a dude. I completely agree with you. And yeah, no, guy or dude, definitely just an organic kind of way that we discuss people or whatever, good, bad, shitty. We like to label folks, but yeah, no, A Chain's the dude. And you called it. I mean, in the off season, we were doing a mock, and I was like, "Who's this clown that this guy takes or whatever?" Look him up. Dude played at Texas A&M. He's a Jimbo Fisher recruit. Jimbo Fisher recruits top three recruiting classes. He's around greatness all the time. He's around guys that are big hitters. And if you're I don't want to say the small side of a split with Raheem Morris, but if Raheem Morris is getting 3 touchdowns and you're getting 200 and whatever yards on the ground too, you're a dude. Like, you are covering ground and not falling over. Like, the guy is taking contact. He's getting yards after the catch, yards after contact. He's everything, man. And I didn't see it coming into the season at all, and I didn't see how you split that backfield, how you split that work. But clearly, it doesn't matter how you split it; they're both going to eat. And I think A Chain's totally a dude, not just a
Love it.
guy, not a plug and play. He's a dude. He's a
I
dude
love
who's
it.
going to win you games.
I love it. Got two more for you. One more running back. Running backs are so just kind of you see them just
Oh, they're
shuffling
the
throughout the
hottest right now.
league.
They're all in the
Yeah,
media. Are they getting
yeah,
paid? Are they not
yeah,
getting paid? Are they
yeah. Are they
running? Are
are
they
they worth it?
catching?
Can you replace them easily? David Montgomery. He's a guy that I think he
This is a
was
good
for
one.
the Bears for a bit. He was the dude, and he's had that. Now going to another team at his age after a couple of years in the league, you're kind of thinking, all right, kind of on the down slope here. But no, he looks phenomenal. He is running fast, hard. He is still that dude. And Detroit got their Jamal Williams replacement, and they got him in a back that's better overall than Williams is. And Montgomery can push it in at the goal line, but he's also got speed to make some big plays and some big runs. So they're seeing it with Jameer Gibbs, who they spent a
Yeah,
really
I
high
know.
draft capital on, and he's not a focal point of offense, and it's not hurting them because Montgomery is bruising, and Gibbs will probably factor in as the season goes on, and as he's staying fresh. I think Campbell knows that they could run Montgomery as long as they want and have success. And if he starts to wear down, you got Gibbs, a fresh Gibbs waiting there. So good for the Lions, but they got to do. What do you think?
Looking like a fresh Gibbs, that's for sure. That's what I always say. Give me a fresh Gibbs.
Fresh
No,
Gibbs.
but I drafted Gibbs, and I'm frustrated, man, because David Montgomery to me is boring as fuck. He's the most vanilla running back in the entire world to me. But I think the last point to what you said was exactly what it is with the Lions is they know, hey, we got a dude we can just run over and over and over and over and over and over, and he's going to be okay with that role because he wants to be the guy that you just run into the ground. I think David Montgomery on the Lions is a dude. I think on the Bears was just the guy. I really don't think that he was the focal point of the offense there. I think he can be in Detroit, and he's showing it. He had 3 touchdowns on the Thursday. The traditional thing to do is sit your dudes in fantasy on Thursday because there's just too many commercials. There's no game flow. It
Yeah.
is what it is. So, dude had 3 touchdowns on Thursday. That's impressive. That's
Anybody
a
who sit
dude
him
to me.
is not happy right now.
Dude, David Montgomery with Dan Campbell, I
Mhm.
think is a beautiful marriage,
Yes.
and it's a guy who wants to be a workhorse running back and get the 2 yards in a cloud of dust, and it's
Mm.
the coach that wants him to do that too. So I think in Detroit, he's a complete dude, was just the guy in Chicago. He's having a complete reclamation of his career. And it's funny you say at his age, too. The dude's 26 years old, man. Like he's not old.
Well, that's but that
He runs like an
in the
old.
NFL, that's you've got maybe 1 or 2 years left. Like
Tick, tick,
in
tick, tick,
right
tick.
now, the clock is ticking. So
Exactly. But I think he's in the right spot, and I think he's going to be a complete dude for the rest of the year.
wow, I'm surprised you agree because I know you
Dude's
said he was
Buck.
kind of meh before, but he right now is the dude. Got one more going to the quarterback position. Brock Purdy. He's looking
Ooh.
good. Brock Purdy is looking very good. From Mr. Irrelevant, can you really be that dude from Mr. Irrelevant?
Oh.
I think in that system, Brock Purdy is that dude. He has done
Yeah.
nothing but back it up now. 12 games into his career, regular season, the playoff, that nightmare scenario where he got hurt and the Niners had no quarterback. Put that aside. You've seen it. You've seen it in the 4 games. You saw what you were looking to see and saw last year. He showed it, and it's just a perfect fit for the system, and it works. It's a coach quarterback marriage that fits perfectly. He is that dude in San Francisco. You agree?
We're gonna disagree on that one.
All right.
And this will be our first disagreement
Yeah.
because
What the
and
hell are we
and it's
doing over
tough for
here?
me too because I saw a couple of throws that he made to one to Ayuk and one to Kittle today specifically where I'm like, yo, he's got the talent, but he's really got a ready-made Ferrari and he's just getting in and driving it. So at that point, I'm like, is this really, him making a difference or is he just game managing? Which I think is ultimately what Kyle Shanahan wants is to be in control of the guy who's on the field rather than the RG3s of the world who are going to make up their own plays and stuff like that. Kyle Shanahan wants to be in charge. And I think that Brock Purdy totally can be a dude, but right now he's just in a system where I just don't believe that he's a dude. He's just a guy running the system. So, yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see some of his stats on throwing the ball down the field because I don't see it that often. A lot of yak,
You don't
a
really
lot
need
of
it with
yak for
Christian
Brock
McCaffrey.
Purdy. Yeah, I
But
mean, yeah,
McCaffrey will bring the yak. I mean, that's
but
the
it's not
yak
a
kid
knock
right
on
there.
Purdy though either. He doesn't have to be the dude in that offense, and nobody really has to be the dude in that offense. It's Kyle Shanahan's the dude in that
Right,
offense.
but this is the perfect fit. He is playing like and is that dude.
He's the
If you, I'm
borderline
not
guy
saying
dude,
Brock Purdy
guy
on the
dude
Jets is
border. Yeah,
guy dude border. Fair enough. Fair
guy
enough.
dude border. He's half dude, half guy. I don't know which half though.
I don't know. We can't assume his identity, so we'll leave it at that.
I just don't think he does anything that's completely world beating compared to what Jimmy Garoppolo did there.
It was fair. It was fair.
Cool.
Well, I mean, that's it for football. We got my Jets. I am gonna maybe potentially try to enjoy them. But before we go, Chris, I want to hand the floor to you. I assume you would like to talk about your Orioles. I'd love to hear it. But if you have anything else you want to talk about too, the floor's yours.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks. AL East division. Oh, dude, I'm so pumped. Literally
Congratulations.
so pumped. I just, growing up, being a 30-something-year-old now, always watching the Yankees win, growing up in New York, watching Boston win, watching, anybody else win, whatever. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. It was very special. The city of Baltimore is ready for it. They clinched the division on the same day that they say that they're going to stay there for another 30 years, which was
Very
up in
cool.
the air with that clown Angelos who owns the team or whatever. But super pumped. Hopefully it's sustainable. I really do think that they're going to be here to stay for a long time. Do it for the small markets, Baltimore. Let's freaking go. But thanks for that. I appreciate it. The Orioles, I'm going to be hopefully watching a couple of games with you here in the playoffs, and hopefully they go a little bit better than the Raul Ibanez playoffs games that we watched together previously as well. But um, one quick thing before we do go is
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw Tim Wakefield passed away today. Tim
Yeah.
Wakefield, I love as like the anti-Yankee guy, but also just as a dude who extended his career, who found a good niche or whatever, and was my favorite last pick in any video game as well for baseball going forward was incredible. So Tim Wakefield, big shout out to you. Love Tim Wakefield. Did the Jets just
Or are
score?
they did. Zach Wilson looks good. He might be that dude. Is
Hi,
Zach
Zach
Wilson that
Wilson,
dude? Is Zach Wilson that
dude. He might be that dude. He
dude?
might be that dude.
Oh
Let's
no.
go.
What
All
am
you
I
gotta do is
doing to
cheer him.
myself? What am I doing to myself?
You're
We might have
insane.
to we might have to we
I'm
have to
gonna
watch the
live
end
bet
of
the
this game
Chiefs
together.
right now as hard as I can.
We might have to you down to watch the end of this game together?
Fuck
Before,
yeah, let's do it.
yeah, all right. Hell yeah. All right, so we won't end here. Let's
More to come on that. Yeah. Oh, dude, this is incredible. They're going for two. Let's go.
He's got it. He's got it.
Don't tell me that. I'm behind. He's got it. Who's that dude? He's the dude. Let's
He's that dude.
get the fucking beast.
Oh my god. I
This is the
can't believe it.
last thing I expected to happen tonight.
I see, so you admit it.
What? What did I admit?
That there was no reason to believe in Zach Wilson until right now
There's
when he's
always a
doing it.
reason to believe. Why do you believe in sports? You believe in sports for the good. You believe in sports to root for your team, not to break them down, but to build them up.
Yeah. But
Zach Wilson's
but
that dude. Look at that smile. You
they
know
look
why?
so
You know what it
happy.
is? It's Aaron Rodgers is in the building.
Dude, yes. I said it, I angrily tweeted it last week and then deleted it, but I was like,
This
hey,
poor kid, he
this
can't get
Aaron,
any credit. He
this
can't get
Aaron
any
Rodgers
credit.
guy, came in here, talked all his trash, took his
He's
money, and
sitting
then he
there,
got hurt.
man spreading the fucking camera
Yeah.
angles, showing him in the
So I
box.
was
Like,
gonna piss him like, hey Aaron, where are you? Get out of bed, let's go. Come
get out of
on,
bed.
torn
He just had
Achilles.
Achilles
Get in the
surgery.
stadium, support your team. Get up and go. And he's here, which I got excited
Oh,
about. I got legit. I'm like, okay,
Zach's
all
just
right,
playing a fool's
get him in the
errand. This
building.
team is, they're gonna, no matter how good he does, he will not be Brock Purdy. They will take this away from him. Be like, thank you for your, we
Brock Purdy
appreciate
gets
your
so much
contributions to
credit.
the organization. Aaron's gonna take over from here. If they make the playoffs and Aaron Rodgers comes out in the start in the playoffs, I will love it. I will love every second of it. I don't know why. I think he'll maybe lose that game and then it'll be like, oh my god, we should have went with Zach Wilson. It'll just be incredible.
Dude, I can't believe my Jets are in this. This game
Oh,
started out 18-0, and I'm like, what the fuck am I
dude, this is
watching
the
here?
ultimate trap game though. Like this is the game Kansas City was like, I guess Taylor Swift's gonna be here. All right, sounds good. Like, all right, the Jets
Yeah,
are
yeah. That was all.
whatever.
That was all the buzz. And
Andy
then
Reid's like, give me another cheeseburger, and
yeah, but then all of a sudden, you're down. What was it? 18-0, I think, or no, 15-0. It was bad. It was just all going downhill.
oh, was it good?
No, it was not good. They went to the crowd shot, so just the Jets fans like,
Which sounds about
yeah,
right.
it's now it's come back down from like that excitement of, oh, we're in this. This is gonna be a game. Zach Wilson looks good. To you were right there. You missed a field goal. You missed some conversions.
Yeah,
You missed some other chance to stop the Chiefs from scoring. Like it's just right there, and now you're not getting it. Now you got to go get it. You have to go and
yeah.
win the game. Like
This is the
great,
drive.
competitive, but now go.
Oh,
And I never see it from
what a wide range of human emotions from you tonight, man. I'm so sorry.
them. This is
But
me.
yeah,
I mean, you know
this is
me.
this is me, dude. Taylor Swift, right there.
Yeah,
So
Hugh
yeah,
Jackman's here. Yeah, he's there tonight.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's not going too well. Then they go and grab that field goal right there, and Travis Kelce's getting a little bit more involved. This is the drive, though. This is it.
Yeah,
See what you can do, Zach.
yeah.
You
Let's see.
gotta at least tie him up, right?
He's got to show it now.
What does Kelsey have around his neck? What the hell is he got a neck massager? What the hell is that?
Yeah, he's doing it.
What a clown!
Turned it into a clown. Catch, catch. Yeah.
I don't know how well this is gonna work with you about 5 seconds ahead of me.
Well, I'm gonna react, so you're just gonna have to
No,
see my
it's. I mean,
reactions and then
oh, is
turn
that a
watch.
catch?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's a catch.
Catch. Garrett Wilson, that dude. What a
He
catch.
he. You want to talk about the definition of guy versus dude? Is he just a receiver or is he a game changer?
Garrett Wilson's that
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
yeah, he is. Yeah, because he can take garbage from Zach Wilson and make it fucking fire.
Yeah. He's done it tonight. It's been really nice to see.
Yeah, it's nice. We definitely use him back on the Buckeyes.
Oh man. Zach's looking good.
See, I don't think it's a him thing though. I think it's the coaches didn't believe in him, and now they're like, "Fuck
But
it,
they
why
gave
not?"
he gave them reason to
Of
not
course.
believe.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm not defending him at all or whatever, and I'm not saying the coaches did anything wrong by holding back a little bit. But now I think they're like, this is the turning point
Yeah.
where either everybody is going to turn on us, or we need to do what we need to do to win this game. And they just, I think, opened up the playbook for them
Yeah.
today, and it's refreshing to see.
Yeah. I mean, they tried to do it in the second half against the Cowboys when they were down big, and
What
that
was
was
Zach Wilson
not.
audible? What?
Oh, he's in, man. He's running it, baby.
If I was Salah every time he audible, I'd be like, no, oh no,
What does
oh
he
no.
see?
What does he see? What does he see? Does he see ghosts?
Oh, come on now. I don't need that
Sorry.
reminder.
Sorry, buddy. Well,
Uh,
I will give you a quick reminder. I don't know if I did tell you this actually. I had like $40 on the Chiefs by a touchdown. So
I hate you.
I know
Did the Chiefs? Did
something.
they just? Oh my god! God!
What just happened? Oh my god!
Oh, he fumbled the snap. Oh,
He just fumbled. He threw it back to him.
I can't. Why do I? What? It's like I was ready to just stop, and then they do this to me.
You had so much equity built up this game, buddy. Oh, and you gonna do that? You lost it all. Oh,
I can't believe it.
oh,
I mean, I
I'm
can.
sorry.
This is what I watch. Now it's going to
This is
be
it.
30-20 in the next 2 minutes.
This is what we like to call cringe.
Eh,
Zach, what are you doing, buddy? Giving it away. Here's a donation. Yeah, they're right in this one though. You gotta be happy about that.
Defense now, I mean, defense has to make a play, make a stop. It's a tough ask. They've done pretty well
No
after the
defense
17 nothing
has been
start.
asked to do as much as the Jets defense has
Yeah,
been asked to
I
do.
get it. I get it.
Yeah. Oh my God, the amount of time. Oh my God. Oh, there's a flag. What's the flag?
Oh my God.
Cheating on the Jets?
Illegal contact in the defense. Forget about the holding calls they're not calling. But you're gonna give it like where is there how is there not a spy there? Like somebody just making sure he doesn't get 25 yards on the ground with nobody in sight?
Yeah, there's nobody in. This is ridiculous.
This is that
This never
defense.
happens.
They're good
Kansas City
enough.
was supposed to win this game.
Well, yeah, of
The
course.
NFL will be so pumped if Kansas City wins by 6.
Yeah,
Spread was 7 or 7.5.
yeah. I saw it at 8.5. Four, I think.
I took 6.5.
That was Way to go. Now you have to stop them. You can't give up a touchdown. You have to hold them to a field goal. Game's over if they score a touchdown.
It feels like the season, and it's week 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This feels like the season.
Yeah.
It feels like Travis and Taylor are on the brink as well.
Oh God.
It really does.
What? What is happening? Every
Oh
play's a
no,
flag now. Every play, flag, something flag.
no, that's the NFL, the laundry league.
Offensive holding.
That's good though. It works out. Oh damn, you're gonna take away that Travis catch?
Yeah. Yeah, 3rd and 20. Come on, boys.
You know
Third
what
and
made me sad,
20.
by the way, too, was Buck Showalter not coming back as the Mets manager.
Pick. What is the flag now? Then he picks it off, and then the flag comes in. You have to be kidding me. This is what it comes down to. Again, the fucking refs. Now we're going to flag on every play to just dictate the game.
Sounds about right. At the end of the day, the Chiefs were supposed to win this game,
And then
so they're
NFL's
gonna
making
win
sure
this game.
they win the game.
Yep.
2 3rd and 20 conversions.
I always think it's such a bitch ass move to call holding instead of pass
I
interference. By
mean,
the way,
come
too,
on. And he threw it after he picked it off, but the supposed hold was well before that.
was prior to the play, right?
Come
Exactly.
on.
Not cool. Not cool, bro.
Either throw the flag or don't. Salah's losing it.
Good. He should be. I like Salah, man. You're going to throw the flag, throw it when it happens.
Yeah.
That's all I have to
It's like
say.
he saw that in the background and said, "Oh, I could
Yeah,
call this if the
I could
offensive
call it if
holding
I
call."
want to call it. That's what he says. Like, I'm gonna put my hand right here on my hip and pull this flag if the play doesn't go for the Chiefs.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. That flag came in too late
Yeah.
for a call that was after the fact. Dick, dick, dick.
Yeah,
Zach
clock
is
is
so
ticking
elite.
now. At least I gotta say this. At
You
least
coming around?
I'm not. At least I'm enjoying the game. I'm into the game. The refs suck, and now I can get angry. But I'm enjoying being angry rather than indifferent and numb.
Because
So
your team isn't just expected to lose right now. They're actually
everybody had
they're
them expected
fighting.
to lose.
Well, I mean, they were expected to lose, and that's the refs still expected to lose, but they're fighting. It's the same thing with me with the Commanders today. It's like, oh, great, we have Philly on the schedule. Love it. Absolutely fucking love it. And then we put up a decent fight. That's all you can hope for. Something happened. Yep.
Much time taken off.
And now this is what annoys the shit out of it about the NFL to me. Is just we can roast the entire fourth quarter if we want.
Yeah,
Let's just just with what the Eagles did against the Commanders. Well, we could just just the clock where we can just the entire quarter can go.
yeah.
Like fucking dumb.
I'm very upset.
No, it's fine. It's the clock plays to Belichick and Vrabel and
Yeah.
any coach that's a dickhead. That's how the NFL clock works. Hey, if you're a dickhead, it's going to work in your favor.
Oh my God! Stop.
Please get to 6.5. 23-20 right now.
They had them stop twice in fucking drive and 3rd and 20s, and flags come. and a ref's just really just dictating the game.
Seems like an inevitable touchdown. This seems like a situation where, because of these stupid ass clock rules, the team that is losing is contemplating saying, "Let's let them score so that we can get the ball back," which is
Yeah,
just asinine.
yeah. I'm trying to find like whatever he's saying about that holding call, and everybody's like, that's hand fighting early enough in the route. Like they're both being aggressive and pulling at each other.
I think it
There's
was a
no way.
penalty. I just think when the guy called it was way
But
too late, and it was,
that's
suspect. It could have gone either way.
it's a game changing play where you should just not
Dude,
call the
yeah,
flag.
dude,
Let the play
it's like
run
they
out. Let
say
the
in the
players play.
NCAA tournament with basketball, eat the whistle. Like,
Yeah,
eat the
yeah.
flag,
Let the
bro. Like,
players
keep it
play.
in your pocket. Keep
Yeah.
it in your pocket. Let the players play. Let the players decide the
He was
game.
there tonight. He looked good.
Hey,
But
dude,
now it's
they
just
got a
getting.
couple of early passes in for him, and you could tell you knew what they were trying to do. But at the
Yeah,
same time, you gotta do it. Like, you gotta get him in rhythm.
yeah. He
Give,
got in
give him
rhythm.
some early
But
dubs.
now the rhythm is dead because the refs took over.
Oh, give me the rhythm. Give me the rhyme.
Now it's
Come on,
set up
Jets. It's bobsled time.
exactly how they'd want it. 2 minutes left. Chiefs got the ball. They could eat clock, kick a field goal, give Zach Wilson like 30 seconds.
No, don't get a field goal. 6.5. 6.5.
They're gonna score a touchdown, and then Zach's gonna drive them down for a quick touchdown and bring it to 3, but then the Jets will lose
Or
by
they're
four.
gonna some bullshit field goal. It was a team victory. Oh
we just
my god.
we just
He didn't
keep
rush it in. He didn't rush it in. He didn't rush it in.
now we're
Oh
both
my
miserable.
god.
Now we're
I
both
want to
miserable.
kill
Welcome,
everything. Now everything is awful.
welcome
Everything
to
is
my misery.
awful.
The games were seriously
Oh,
over, and it's like that. The refs took over that game. Didn't let didn't let the Jets take the ball out of the Chiefs' hands, and that's what we got.
and we have a dumbass clock rule where the quarterback decides to slide instead of score because the NFL is stupid and loves to control the games.
I
This is
agree.
fucking
Bullshit.
dumb. This is fucking dumb, dude. This isn't football.
I'm not watching football. This ain't my football.
Get off my lawn.
I can't believe they're gonna
Deion
fucking lose
Sanders.
lose by 3 with the offense not even getting a
This is
chance.
this is horseshit.
Oh,
This
they
is
do
the
another
most
flag just for shits and giggles. Oh, they're gonna flag Salah now. Salah's pissed.
good. They should.
He should be.
Salah should get himself thrown out of the game.
Yeah, that you see on Twitter. I'm gonna put it up. Like the ref double clutched the flag. He was like, should I throw it?" And then he threw it.
Yeah, you're a clown, Mister Official. You're a clown.
Good. I'm glad he did that to make a
Get yours,
spectacle of it.
Bobby Sala.
That
Yeah,
was his answer to the NFL fucking with this game. Instead of just having the Chiefs, kneel it out, he got a penalty and made it seem
amen.
good.
I respect that. I like Robert Sala as a head coach. I really do.
I got more respect for the team
I
after watching this, and I like Salah
cannot
having their
believe
backs. That was a bullshit end to that game.
a fuck this ass bag, Pat Mahomes, who I've defended. I even drafted very early in a lot of like keeper dynasty leagues, whatever. To have a share of Pat Mahomes, I was always a big believer. I can't fucking stand him. I can't fucking stand him now. Just score the fucking football, dude.
uh, that's Sunday, week 4.
Love
Thanks
it.
everybody for listening. Good night.